This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast, the Becker Business Minute Podcast. This is a quick market and business update, 10 quick notes for Thursday, February 9th, 2023. So here's the 10 quick notes. First, the markets are really a disaster today. They started up okay. They have fallen all day since on the news of different earnings, different issues coming out from different companies. Essentially, the markets are down about 1%, the S&P 500. The Dow is also down. The Nasdaq's also down. So ultimately, a down day in the markets. Second, the markets were also down yesterday. Again, a really negative day yesterday, about a 1% loss yesterday. So the market's giving up some of the gains they had gotten in January so far. Third, the good news or bad news, depending on how you look at it, new unemployment claims came in slightly higher than expected. And this is bad news for people losing their jobs, of course. They came out at 196,000 last week. It's good news for people that are Fed watchers that view the jobs market as a big indicator whether the Fed keeps on aggressively raising rates or not. Many people, with inflation slowing a little bit, are sort of crying uncle to the Fed, asking the Fed to stop raising rates. We'll see how that continues or doesn't. Fourth, Disney had been up today, and now it's down as some of its earnings were released, and a little bit less of a mixed bag across the board. They did announce they're going to cut 7,000 jobs. Their investors liked that. They're trying to save literally billions of dollars. I'm not sure how 7,000 jobs ties into that. I'm not sure how that gets you to $5.5 billion in cost cutting, but essentially trying to virtue signal to the street that they're going to cut jobs, cut costs, and get back to higher margins. Again, Bob Iger in charge there. Fascinating to watch. Fifth, Elon Musk. I guess really the issue, the lesson people should learn is don't bet against Elon Musk. The stock is up double since its lows of a couple of years ago or a year ago. It's really rebounded great. It's got some way to go, but amazing rebound in Tesla. We'll see if that continues. Sixth, Bitcoin is trending down. It was down at 22,000 something today from 24,000. Seventh, cannabis stocks are falling again. Eighth, today, a firm, in addition to Disney, announced that it's going to be doing layoffs. A firm's the finance firm where you sort of pay over 4 or 6 or 8 installments. You buy whatever you want, but you buy it in installments. It's a finance tech firm, but they've announced they're going to cut a good deal of their employees. Their stock's down 19% today. A couple other notes: the 10-year Treasury is at about 3.59%. The 1 year this morning was about 4.92%. Again, it looks like a safe place to put money, unless, of course, the debt ceiling. They can't figure out this debt ceiling thing. Bitcoin, to give a better number on that, that's down at about 22,000 now. I had wrongfully reported in the LinkedIn post today at 21,500. It's 22,000. It's down to. It was at 22,500 when I wrote the post this morning. Now at about 22,000. That's where that is. Again, the market's down again today after a bad day yesterday. Disney cutting jobs, a firm cutting jobs, but in the cutting of jobs is small compared to what those of us that have a historical viewpoint on this. Obviously, in COVID, the jobs were cut tremendously in a short period of time. But going back to the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, different periods of layoffs, job cuts seem to be a lot bigger than the ones we're seeing now. But we'll see how this continues. Thank you for listening to the Becker Business Minute, the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you want to suggest a guest, an idea, contact me, 773-766-5322. Thank you very, very much for listening.